They used functional MRI to examine the brains of 6,000 adults, and they found that those who took in greater amounts of magnesium had fewer lesions in the brain in specific areas, we'll talk about in a second, but also had greater brain volume on average, especially in the hippocampus, the processing center for learning and memory. Now, as far as the lesions went, they had fewer white matter lesions. There's gray matter and there's white matter in the brain, and gray matter is mostly cell bodies, and white matter consists of unmyelinated, or the sheath around the telephone wire, that is the axon of a neuron, sheaths that connect to other brain regions, right? So pretty much less lesions in the part of the brain that is responsible for connecting other neurons to each other, right? And sending signals. Now, white matter lesions also can correlate to vascular disease, a greater risk for it at least, and so they were at a reduced risk for vascular disease as well. Bigger brains, less damage to specific parts of their brain. That sounds pretty great. With higher magnesium intake, 6,000 people, right? And they used functional MRI, measuring metabolic activity in the brain. Functional MRI is exclusive to the brain, if you were curious. Other MRIs examine the entire body, right? And so we know magnesium is good for migraines, potentially, reducing symptoms of PMS, right? Reducing anxiety, improving mood, providing energy, being good for someone's heart, helping to support sleep and bone health and blood sugar levels, right? And insulin sensitivity. But now we know if you have more magnesium-rich foods, you're likely to have a larger brain, my friend. And that is pretty neat. What foods have magnesium, since we're talking about it? Well, think top are spinach and seeds, spinach and seeds, spinach and seeds, spinach and seeds. Really, seeds and spinach. I believe hemp seeds are like the highest source. But, hemp seeds, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, squash seeds, chia seeds. All those are very high. Spinach, in terms of leafy greens, I believe is the highest. Swiss chard is very high. Kale, beans, like white beans, kidney beans, black-eyed peas, green beans, all sorts of stuff like that. Chickpeas are high. Lentils are high. Brown rice and quinoa. Avocado, even dark chocolate, fish like tuna, mackerel, pollock, salmon as well. Salmon's great for a lot of other things, right? One of the natural highest sources of vitamin D in terms of an animal food, as we get most from the sunlight, right? But pretty neat stuff, I mean, you think about it. Don't forget nuts like almonds, pine nuts, Brazil nuts, might be the highest nut. But, don't forget, right? We're saying this is associated higher magnesium intake with greater brain volume. Well, it isn't just magnesium that's good about all these foods, right? All these aforementioned foods are just very healthy for you in general, right? Whether it's a complete amino acid profile, whether it's being high in healthy fats, just chock full of vitamins. They have a lot of other good stuff in them too. Fiber, so depending on which one you're referring to. Tons of B vitamins, right? So just eat those foods, guys. This is just another reason, all right? I want to give you good reasons so you think, all right, I know this food's rich in magnesium. I didn't want to eat my cup of spinach before, but it could make my brain bigger. So I'll eat it. Whatever it takes. This video is absolutely for Nuke Nielsen. Nuke, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Dude, I'm laughing because that was so quick. 23 seconds. We went to Nuke's fight today, right? It wasn't really a fight. It was, they ring the bell. They look at each other. The other kid throws like a couple unsuccessful jabs. Nuke throws like two and boom. One right. Kid leans right into it. Bop. See ya next Christmas. Kid was donezo. Knocked him out. Only guy to knock someone out in a fight, at least as long as I saw with all the fights I saw. And it probably was for the whole night. Because they have headgear on. He knocked the kid out through headgear. That's awesome, man. I hope the other kid's okay, obviously. He was really shooken up. But yeah, 23 seconds, that's all it took. So this one, you goddamn right, this one is for you, Nuke. You're a freaking beast, man. And, I'm glad I got to be there and support and see that for myself with my own eyes, because that was awesome, man. A bright future with that for you for sure. So I'll be at the next one. You let me know when it is. Have a great rest of your night. That's all we got for you, folks. We'll see you tomorrow, baby. But first, we're going to say hi to the people because we do that every day. What's up, my friends? Who's doing something good tonight? Who's dancing tonight? Yeah, I saw Marianne. Nuke murdered the kid. It was awesome. Ravander Woodson, expressive, Berlin Bad. Suave Style, what's happening? Craig Wilkins, I love you. Elsa Spontero. Isa Rixovit, what's up? Anthony Smiley. Josh Assistant Owen, what's happening? Langlios Emily. Jet J Chef, making me fit. Bricker, Das. 4371, Welker, Thomas, and Zonglin. Thanks a lot, guys. Have an awesome rest of your Saturday night. Go have some fun. Pavar, Sponge Robert. Go do something risky. Get after it. See you later.